yourself? Want to put on a show? Step right up, step right up. Do we have a contender here? Hmm?
What was that? Like?
Don't know.
Hey guys, welcome to another MADstream. This time with me, Marek, and this person that doesn't know when we are live, Scotty, our PM. Don't lean on the table. Everything is super
breaking everything.
Everything is super fragile here. So if anything breaks, he's the one responsible.
Hey guys.
So welcome, Scotty. Jakub is on different meetings and so on. So Scotty wanted to step in. And we will be playing Shadowgun Legends. We will be talking about the update that just came out, and we will introduce another person from the company, super cool young lady that will play some duels with us, and we will be talking probably about unicorns and stuff because
Sounds
she's
good.
a huge fan of them.
Sounds good.
Speaking, what the hell is that?
It's my notes. I have notes of notes and notes. It's it's all my notes.
So, okay, you have notes, but don't make... No, you have a microphone there. Be professional with it. Stop. Okay, so, most important information of the day. We've released a hotfix, quick fix, bug fix, update 085.
Yes.
Please tell us what's there.
Okay, so we found out later that we've missed out on a few things that we couldn't get in our own QA, or some people were experiencing it, some people weren't experiencing it, so we had issues with player outlines. We wanted to really get this fixed, so thank you to everyone that reported it. We jumped on it straight away. And
so what was the issue? Look, if
we had a mixture of teams, so on your team you would have a mixture of the two colors, red and blue. We were having no outlines in duels. It kind of did and didn't make sense by design because there's only two of you there, but still it's something we want to keep it consistent. Not like this table. Keep it consistent.
Consistently fragile. It's still the same.
So yeah,
okay.
So we just had a mixture of teams and confusions within the team PvP.
So speaking about that, we've tested that as far as we were able to. If you find this issue again after update to 085, please let us know and tell us what were you doing, what happened before. so we can pinpoint the issue and fix it if it's still there, but we are fairly confident that it should be fixed,
yes,
right?
Yes, we went through many test cases where we got disconnected and connected back in and going onto a different team or something like this, so there was many test cases involved. And
Awesome.
We actually got a good stress test going on where everyone that wasn't working on some super high priority even jumped on with the QA, including yourself and a few other people that recognized here to jump in and help with the stress test. So thank you to all those guys as well.
Cool. What else?
What else have we got? Fix my mic.
God damn.
Damn it.
Are you like 7 or what? No, we are like 5. Let's not be generous. Come on. Sorry. He doesn't know how to set up his mic.
It's because I have so many muscles in my shirt. Just yes, maybe.
I fucked it again. Okay. So, more. What else?
Something else was included was some people's experience crashing during character creation. We've fixed this issue
so that's
as well.
mainly for or just for new players, but we wanted to fix that as well.
Yeah. Then there was the players receiving loot on low ranks. I keep kicking the table. I need to sit down. I'm
sit
sitting
down. Yeah, please sit down. At least
because I'm not jumping around everywhere.
I will look.
Players that are receiving loot that are lower than their rank. We sorted this out. Does that feel good?
Yeah. So players now should receive the weapons on appropriate rank with appropriate power.
Yes.
But there was another issue after 0.84 update, right? There was some weapons were locked for players that are already on them. So
correct.
This is about that.
This is the issue we are aware of. This is where players were max rank in the past. With rank 20.
So yeah, you were previously, as you remember, if you were rank 20. You could also like get more invisible ranks, so you would go up to 20 plus 7. With update 0.84, we've got rid of it, and you can go up to rank 27.
Yes.
But this brought some issues. One of those issues was that some players that they were not able to equip their weapons that were on rank 27 as they should be.
Correct.
Because they were not on rank
If it was already equipped, the game still allowed you to use it, but once you unequip it, put it back in your inventory, it would show the item as rank locked, which is kind of by design in a way that that it shouldn't be affecting new players, but unfortunately it affected existing players between the ranks of 20 to 27 if they were getting those items at a higher rank. This issue should dissolve in the future as more players rank up, or the existing players that were having these issues were ranking up and had these weapons unlocked will start to...
Yes. So, yeah, if you still have this issue, we know that it is kind of weird to ask, but just play the game, get to another rank, and it should be fixed for you. Yeah.
There was also in the 8.5 some behind-the-scenes optimizations for iOS. This is across all platforms, not just the 1 GB devices. So this was also implemented in the 8.5, but it's a background kind of optimization of performance on those devices.
Okay, but still, there was some issue with tvOS, right? Apple TV and this.
tvOS, we are aware that there's some crashes involved on the tvOS. It's something that's in our pipelines, but currently it's not our main focus at the moment. But it's something we are aware of, and we will get around to doing it.
We will, we will fix that as soon as possible. So cool. Anything else that you want to mention with 0.85?
No, that's it for now for the 8.5. Again, report any feedback, but also one thing that I really do appreciate, we don't really communicate when something is going good. So please put on the fan pages or on the Discords, just show some appreciation. This is good. This is going in the correct direction. We're aware of the issues. And thank you for our community on this, but it's also some good motivation when we do something good and pat on the back. Not for me, but more for our devs and everyone else.
Awesome. So please let us know what are the results for you with 0.85. We are continuously working on other improvements and fixes that will go into 0.86 when it's time to release that update. And so let us know on Facebook, Twitter, Discord, Instagram, wherever you find us, Reddit. We will be posting links to those channels in the comment section. So please let us know. We really appreciate it. And as we said previously, if you find some issue, try to describe it as much as possible. What device are you using? What were you doing before the issue occurred? If you were able to do it again, maybe and so on. This really helps us to pinpoint the problem and fix it for good. So because the game itself is really huge, and sometimes one small change, it's almost like a butterfly effect.
I can give one example which is currently in the pipeline, or not in the pipeline. It's being worked on at the moment. Is some players were experiencing our survival kit or med kit. When you put it down in a dungeon or something within a dungeon, that it was doing some double damage or even in PvP, there was reports of it as well. But we was unable to reproduce it. But working together with Johnny, I've heard that QA this morning have been in conversations with Johnny to help to try to reproduce it. But there is special cases we're trying to find out what skills were attached, when in the mission it happened, because it wasn't just we had to just attach it and put it down and see if it happens. It's some special case that we're trying to reproduce to bring out this issue. So
exactly,
like Marek said, if there's anything you can add with reporting your feedback, with what device you're on, so on, it really helps us understand better. As
we said in previous streams, we are still quite a small studio, so we are able to test only limited amount of combinations, and if the amount of combination is almost unlimited, it might be sometimes difficult to test. So we really super appreciate your feedback, and we are really grateful for everything that you report to us. And we are constantly working on improving the game. I hope you trust us with that. Just some reminders or messages from our team. If a message from customer care, if you claimed the Leonidas helmet from Road to Legends, I think it's rank 25, but you didn't get it in your inventory, write us via in-game feedback. So click that. What's the letterbox? No, letterbox.
There's send feedback button.
What's the shape?
A letter? It's like an envelope. So.
Envelope, yeah. So click the envelope, let us know, and we will get in contact with you, and we will solve it for you. There were again some issues with this, so or report it in bug reports on Discord, and we will sort it out with you. Of course, speaking about Discord, join our SGL community. Links will be in the description, in the comment section. But discord.gg/sgl or for example reddit.com/r/Shadowgun Legends. We are super happy to hear your feedback, hear your suggestions, hear everything that you want to share about the game. And also there was another tournament, but I think we can talk about that a bit later. Or do we have the art ready, Honza? Yeah, so let's talk about the tournament. Tournament organized by our lovely community from Russia. It was called Starway to Legend number 2. It's like the greatest song ever.
These guys really impress me all the time.
So congratulations to the winners. Winner was Ekoro, second place Vortex, and third place Goon. Congratulations, and information about the tournaments itself. They are happening every other week, so you can join them, and it's organized by the Russian community, and we will be sharing information on our social media about that. congratulations to the winners. Thank you for everyone organizing it. It's really super awesome to see what are you doing. And yeah, we would love to see more events like that in the future.
It's great to see players using a sandbox and then doing something with it without our kind of control. Yeah. It's not lovely to see.
So let's talk about event, right? So we have some issues that we need to address. Currently running event is the Unicorn event. We decided to celebrate the Unicorn Day that was on Tuesday, and like Unicorn is one of the most, it's always like rainbows and fluffy and so on, but I was talking to our writer Tomáš, the big blonde guy that you saw here. Like, for example, in Dungeons and Dragons, unicorns are the most badass animals, one of the most badass animals in the game.
Okay.
Like they have,
I don't know.
They have freaking weapon on their forehead, so that's fine. But there was issue with some players not seeing the reward. Right? What happened?
I know. Okay, so this is
just get comfortable. That's fine.
It's a lot of steps to get to where we are now.
Okay, so let's do it.
So jump in if I get something wrong on this. So we wanted to replicate.
Sorry.
We want to replicate originally with stores to be like a real store. You take an item, it gets away from the vendors, they sell out. But then we noticed that the players were checking vendors for better perks, and they were relying on Facebook and community to let them know if there was a better item. So we brought it back that the item would show, but it would say sold out. So you could make a decision to sell your current weapon to replace it with the new one.
Okay.
The same thing happened with the gifting for players. We wanted to give the ability to buy it, but then also to gift it for someone out as well, a gold thing. With the last update, it seemed that these changes reverted back. There was some technical glitch or something that was missed. So we're looking at bringing it back into stores for you, so you're able to see. So this jumps into the category with events also. So if you have the event item already in your inventory, it won't show in store until it's been sold or broken down for resources. We are aware of it. We're going to fix it, and should be coming in the next update. Well, we're at least pushing it to be in the next update. Dominic solely.
So now, after the update, when we release 086, if we manage to get it there, you should be able, even at Nitros, see the legendary weapons. Is that correct?
For the war points.
So for the war points, you will be able to see them, and you should be able to have more of them in your inventory. We wanted to fix that issue, but there were other priorities. But we are aiming to fix this, so you can have 3 different Faraday accelerators with different perks to suit your style best. So yeah. And speaking about the events, so we are sorry about that if you were influenced about that. And to make things better, we are next week, and it will be 2 weeks event. We will be running and new version of good old Easter event from last year, and the event is called Extreme Hunt 2. Honza, please show us the art. Awesome. So Extreme Hunt 2. First, something about the lore. So
before we go on to it, can I just say that I don't want people to think that I was in agreement with the Unicorn event. I appreciate that people love it, but I'm not a fan of the Unicorn event.
Why not?
So don't kill me.
Why not?
It's just the whole Unicorn phase is starting to. I might get a lot of enemies now.
Why? Like, okay, okay, what? Unicorns are awesome.
I'm sure
you
they
have
are.
some problem with them. Are you afraid of unicorns?
No, not at all.
Are you afraid to admit that you like unicorns when you are pushing away from unicorns?
Possibly that
Tell us.
Maybe I'm shying away and just like, I'm not a unicorn lover.
Well,
my son would never be a unicorn lover.
Oh, I see the problem. But Extreme Hunt number 2, or aka Bad Hair Day, which is incredible pun. So enemies will be dropping bunny or Easter eggs within the missions, and you will be able to exchange those eggs at Willow, Big Red, and Pedro for special Easter rewards. And about what's really happening inside the game. The Torment have unleashed their most terrifying plan yet. They've crossbred cuddly domestic bunnies with violent reptilian hair-like creatures from the planet Karbanok. The resulting hybrid is extremely dangerous, capable of pouncing at breakneck speed, literally breaking your neck when it leaps at your face. So there is no moment to lose. As the Torment troops are positioning the eggs across the system for maximum carnage, we must intercept them before they hatch and destroy everything. So
it's the first I'm hearing of this, and I'm already excited.
Yes. So destroy those eggs, and get some cool stuff from them. And there will be cool stuff. We will be revisiting some old cosmetics. Some helmets, some maybe some ears will be there. Also 3 cool stickers, 3 cool camos, and 1 cool new version of 1 legendary. And we will not say which one, but there will be a new legendary weapon, and it will be Mark II of some weapon. So I'm really looking forward to your reaction and what you say about that when you see it. Let us know how you like it. So please speculate, please go for all the white speculations, and we are super happy to hear them.
One note that I think the community should know about it is if you were involved in the last year's Easter event, the tokens you may have saved up for those ones in the past, they're not reusable for this one. Okay. It starts fresh with the new event.
Okay. Okay. But you will have 2 weeks to complete the event, so plenty of time to do it. So yeah, we are looking forward to it, and hopefully you will enjoy the Easter with other Shadowguns. So yeah, we've talked about the message from customer care, about communities, about the tournament, about the update notes. We will have a visitor in a few minutes, so let's go through questions. Scotty, and you are the project manager for Shadowgun Legends. Are you calling? Yeah, can we call it project manager? That's fine. So let's start some duels, and in the meantime, you will be answering some questions.
Do you mind if I highlight some things that we are looking at for the 8.6 that we've already started to look at?
Sure.
I think it will be quite good for the community to know that what we're looking at.
Awesome.
Okay, so we're looking at some visual overhaul of some screens. So some nice. How to say it, some nice mock-ups have been made, and we're interested, and some things to help players navigate and get better information from the game. So we're looking at some visual improvements for on the UI look of things for the 8.6. So it looks interesting, and I'm excited about it. The team is quite excited about it, and I'm sure you guys will be as well. As I mentioned before, we are looking at the med kit bug with double damage. We are progressing nicely, and with the help of Johnny, shout out to JHC Gaming.
Yes.
Check him out, he's a good guy for us. We're also looking at loot chests at the end of arenas and dungeons. Some players are experienced, including myself. Last week I had this issue when at the end of the arena, it was for me in the silver arena, when the chest is opened at the end, you defeat the boss and you get the chest. The chest wasn't giving out any reward. We are aware of it, we are looking at it, and it's something that we're focusing on for the 8.6. Along with that, we have some audio improvements on weapons and hit markers, like getting hits, and some audio improvements to get a better feel of the game. And then on top of that, it's just some rebalancing of in-game information, just on skills and improvements there and rebalancing. So I just wanted to highlight that. I'll give you a sneak thing on there is on the 6th, maybe the 9th of May. I'll confirm the dates. We are looking at our MFG anniversary, so there will be an event that will be running around the MADFINGER party, MADFINGER birthday. 9 years. MADFINGER, so we're going to put an event around it as well and put some unique items.
Awesome.
Something there like that.
I'm currently in the duel and we have a guest lined up here, so I'm gonna finish the duel and then we're gonna introduce our guest part. I have I had questions for you and you just...
Oh, I just... Okay.
Got them.
Okay then.
Start from the top, please.
What do unicorns mean to
No.
you?
Start from the top of questions. Scott, don't do that to me, please.
Are you working on that melee weapons prototype yet? Easiest way is no. Nothing that I know of that is coming into our pipelines for melee weapons at all. The question kind of highlights. We've said that we'll do melee weapons. I don't think we said we were.
We previously announced that we were doing some like prototypes, mock-ups, and stuff like that, but the work did not like. We were not continuing on that just because we are focusing on other stuff, and it's not just about like adding some knives. You know, it's about a whole new set of animations and like a lot of work. So it was in a concept phase. It might come in the future, but this is not the thing that we want to focus. Even after the We Listen campaign is finished, goddamn, I'm bad. Even after the We Listen campaign is finished, the fixing updates, it's not gonna be our biggest priority. I don't want to play against Japara no more. I'm really dying here.
By the way, I've changed my skill buttons now to like you. Because I find it more comfortable to have the two scales on the right side.
It is.
Keep the left one free.
Sure.
Okay. Could you explain the thinking behind the changes that were made in the last update, extending the time to kill? Now, this is a kind of an open question because we are always making improvements or
Congratulations, Japara, by the way. So, I was informed. I was told by designers that the changes and the whole difference in the time to kill and etc. was because we've got rid of the difference between legendaries and the whole thing that was appearing there, and we fixed some bug. And so this is how it should look right now. This is what we were kind of expecting. And with that, we are aware that the time to kill is longer and it has some issues with it and so on. So this is what we are focusing right now with weapons rebalancing, and we want to fix that. But we wanted to fix that because you could imagine that we had the data because of the bugs was wrong. Mm-hmm. So we have now the proper base that we want to. And from that we can build, and we will be improving it. So please give us time. We are aiming to do it properly, but it still has, it still requires some time. Okay, we will come back to questions, and right now we have a guest with us here. And to celebrate Unicorn Day, please welcome Betty. She is our release manager. Let us say hello to our players.
Hello.
So Betty works as a release manager in the game in MADFINGER Games. So please tell us a bit more about what the release manager does.
Okay, I will, but I have a gift for Scotty because I heard you don't like unicorns.
Yes.
Oh, I love unicorns. I don't know where you heard this, but I love unicorns.
Okay, so release manager. I coordinate releases of all our games, not just Legends, but all the other games. And I try to inform everyone so everyone know what to do and when and what are the deadlines. And so all the teams are like on the same boat, just to say so. And also I'm the person who is at the end of the line, so when you see the update button in stores, it means I was the one who put it there. So
Oh.
kind of. So.
And
Okay.
if things are late, it's her fault.
Oh,
So, how long are you in MADFINGER?
I'm in MADFINGER for half a year now.
Mhm.
It's definitely a challenging and funny ride. And I like how everyone here is passionate about games, and you can always talk about games, not just our games, but all of the games.
Cool. Do you play Legends?
Yeah, of course.
And are you good at them?
No.
Okay.
Definitely not at PvP.
I think I've seen you practicing all day.
So, can you show me the notepad? Yeah, okay. So you will be playing against like a.
Oh, he's an amateur. Don't worry.
Yeah, sure. No big deal.
Okay,
You're up against an amateur.
definitely.
Until he accepts the friend request, Laura Wolf, please accept the friend request, and we will let you play against Betty. And hopefully she was training a lot.
This guy is super new. He hasn't been there since beta phase
Yeah,
or
sure.
anything like
Sure,
this. He's
Okay.
super new.
Why I don't
Can
believe
you
you?
can you so can you tell us a bit more about how the process works? Like, what are the steps that you need to do before we release the game? What needs to
There are
happen?
many steps. Mainly, I talk to people. I ask them if they are ready, if they have everything ready, if we can release it, or if we have to wait for something. Definitely, there are always some things which we don't expect. So. It's a long process, and of course there is and on the end we have to submit it to Apple, the game. So we have to wait for
And
a few
Google.
days. On Google it's okay, but we wait for Apple. So.
Okay. Damn.
And of course we are trying to release it at the same time.
Yeah. So, but that's sometimes what happens when we release the update, right?
Yeah.
We push the button at the same time, but the rollout is a bit different.
It takes usually at least few hours. Sometimes it's longer. Depends. Not on us.
Awesome. So
One part of the job is to kick my butt if something is taking a little bit longer than expected.
well, you deserve a lot of kicking, so that's fine. And now you will play Duel, and I will ask. We will give it to Scotty for now, and I will ask you for more questions, and then we'll see.
Do you want me to swap places with you?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Now you get to see my good side.
Okay.
With your horn?
My horn.
Speaking about horns, like, why unicorns, Betty?
Why
Like, you are
unicorns?
obsessed with them, right?
A little bit, maybe. I love unicorns because they are so happy, fluffy. It's like, for me, it's symbol of happiness or something like that.
So you are going against everything that I said about them and about like how they are in Dungeons and Dragons, that they're badass animals.
Oh yeah, also they can be badass.
Okay.
For example, I like My Little Pony series,
Oh,
and
okay.
there is lots of badass unicorns. And
Nice.
so on.
So, okay. Do you have some like some story of a badass unicorn? Can you share
Sorry
with
about
us?
badass unicorn? I'm not sure if I can.
Or
I
some interesting facts, something that you would share with our community and told them.
definitely interesting
Or
fact.
with Scotty, you know, to convince him that he needs to love unicorns
Okay,
because.
definitely interesting fact I have about unicorns is that if you combine a unicorn and Pegasus, you have alicorn. It means it's unicorn but with wings.
Cool.
That's a fact for My Little Pony.
That's a fact.
Okay.
Okay, Betty, I saw on
Jesus
Facebook
Christ. Messing
you
with me.
are like outside of MFG. You are doing one interesting thing, and
Yeah.
that's you are building a escape room game,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit about that?
Well, we are preparing it. It's not ready yet, but it's sci-fi theme. It's cyberpunk. For
Nice.
example, like Matrix or Neuromancer or some.
Or cyberpunk,
Or
right?
cyberpunk. Cyberpunk, yeah, of course.
Sure.
So I'm really excited about it. I'm there all the time, which I'm not at work, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. So will you do some playtest with people from MFG when you open up? Awesome. I was super looking forward to that.
Some special prizes and so.
Yeah, awesome.
Like higher or something.
Cool. And what about like games other than? Oh, it's so bad. What about games other than games from MFG? What do you like to play? What are the games that you play a lot?
Lately, Diablo 3.
Nice.
I like it. I like the seasons.
Cool.
And for example, League of Legends.
Nice.
Lost.
So yeah. Yeah, it's again like one of the new players in the game, not really like. Damn.
And it's good.
that's a good look. So now we will play duel against our lovely community. We'll see if.
Okay.
And we will go and run through some questions. Let's prepare it for you. I think that. So. Let's play. And we have more questions. We can run through them. Sorry, what?
Oh, the friend.
We sent them in the invite, but he didn't accept. So maybe write him in the chat, and we can see. But it's quite expected that he will win. Against any of us. Don't take it seriously.
I'm bad.
We have all our. Is it expected that I get matched up with low-ranked players when it? Oh, okay. So in Instant Maze, this is the big reviewer of our PvP mechanics. So yeah, he should be easy target for you. And manual shooting. Oh no, you don't have it. Okay, cool. Important question. Is it expected that I get matched up with lower ranked players, 22 versus 27 in a duel? This doesn't seem a fair fight. After rank 20, players are basically in the end game, as we consider it. In some, like, it's not the best word, but yeah, we are consider it as end game phase. And players from those ranks are in the same matchmaking. So player on rank, I think 20, even on 20 and 27 can be matched up against each other. It was like that before. Now you just see the ranks. So if that does make sense, we will be looking into the results of analytics. If this makes a difference, I think it should not. But if there will be a huge gap and a huge like margin of players that will be on one side, we will probably possibly make some changes. But this mechanic was there all the time, even if you were. But you just saw the rank 20, and that was it.
Just to expand on it a little bit, I know that the logic behind it actually looks for a player that is the same rank as you, but so you're not waiting for a long period of time. It expands it, expands it, expands it. To a certain cap. There is a certain cap that is too far. I don't know off the top of my head. Let's say rank 20. So there is likely that it will look for players your same rank first, and then down one, then down one, until they find one.
Yes, yes. Why can't I see items in the shop? Items that I already own. We talked about that. There were some internal reasons for it, and we had to do some changes and so on. Now, hopefully with 0.86, when we release it, this should be fixed, or at least you will see that item is sold out. That's how we will prepare probably the economy. We will let you know as soon as we are ready to release that. What is the actual mechanic and what are we? What is our goal with this? How come I cannot equip unequipped gear that I used to be able to do before that? That was the locked. Oh, damn! Try one more duel from the Nitro. Maybe we will have, or team PvP, let's say. But congratulations! Like we would like I think anyone from the company would lose against Easily Maze.
Okay,
don't feel bad about that at all. How come I can't unequip or equip gear that I used to be able to equip or unequip before? I have a bestia that I have unlocked all the perks and now I cannot unequip it, equip it, saying not enough rank. Is this expected? So
this is what we touched on before, right?
This should appear only if you are not on rank 27. Please let us know. Write to our customer to be 100% sure. Write to our customer care or on Facebook that you are not able. If you are not able to access it, even if you are on the required rank, because that would be a much bigger problem. But if you are on rank, for example, 26, and the best DA that you have is required for rank 27, we know that this is an issue. We kind of like did not fight it during the testing, but if you rank up to rank 27, you should be able to access your legendary weapon or whatever weapon is blocked for you. It doesn't apply only for legendaries. So please let us know, and if the problem is that you are ranked 27 and you cannot access it, then we will let you know more. Yeah, it will help us a lot. And we are sorry about that. We know that this issue appeared as our mistake.
I just got a question about when does the Easter event start? I don't have the date in my head.
Easter event should be starting next Monday and will be running for 2 weeks.
Okay.
Until Monday after next Monday, you know.
Thank you.
Let's go. We can... This 1 point. At least one point you can play.
I will try.
Right, right.
I didn't even saw him.
What? Why are nice? Why are chargers? Why are chargers called chargers and crushers called crushers when crushers charge? Because if the crusher charges you, you will be crushed. Guess that. Ooh. Next question. How do we cope?
He skipped over that one. Very good.
How do we cope with friends, or can I only play with randoms? Good question. Go and squad up with your friends. If you are on the same server, you should be able to see them in your friends list, which is on the left side of those, like where are those buttons, and invite them to squad. You will be able to do it through the interactive menu there.
Yes.
Invite them to squad, and when you have 2 other friends, just go into Nitro. Go to Nitro and queue up for a dungeon if you want to play dungeon or arena, and the rest of the squad needs to confirm it, and you will be up and running. Easy as that. Also with 084, was it?
The last one, yes. The feature one, not the technical update.
It was 84.
84.
With 84, I'm getting confused, but we've introduced the temporary squad. So if you go solo into some duel, into some dungeon or arena, and you like the players that you play with, make sure that you let them know directly in the game, in the chat, that you want to squad up with them, and you will be able to squad up with them. And if they maybe, you know, they are rookies and they are doing some mistakes, you can tell them how to do the puzzle and what to do there. 5-0 again. No problem, no problem. So let's run through the last questions. Can you guys bring back the Eldritch AR? And I dismantled mine a while ago. I do miss that AR. Is it? It's it should be epic, right? Eldritch.
Think so, yes.
It's not legendary.
No.
So they are rotating.
Rotating in vendors.
So maybe yeah, you have still the chance to drop it from the missions and or see it in different chests and so on. So you have still a chance to get the weapon. Why you haven't addressed the Void Bomb bug? When you throw it and die at the same time, the ability is wasted and doesn't make any effect on enemies, other players or AI. It's really unfair and annoying. We know about this issue. We will be fixing it with more upcoming fixes.
Yes.
Let's kick some
We agree that the logic should be when you throw it, you should, it should have effect.
Like a grenade.
Yes, like a grenade. So we are looking into skills in like all the skills. So this might be one of the changes, but there were other priorities to be fixed. Try not dying when you are throwing an AM bomb.
Fixed.
No, not really. It's just a joke. Yes, we are fixing this, and we want,
the same guy.
we want for it. Oh, so you have another chance. We want to.
Welcome to the stream.
So we want for you to feel the impact of the skills and so on. So yes, we will be fixing that. Okay, cool. Those are the main questions that we had. We have some discussion topics here. Okay, so it's for you. How is the new legendary gear different from other legendaries, previous legendaries? What about epics and the difference between PvP and PvE? So let's start. How is the legendary gear different from other legendary gear? So I think he's talking, or she, they're talking about the Neo weapons and Neo crates. So what's the difference there?
The difference essentially is there are more unique, how to say it in the best way, more unique legendaries that are harder to find through drops of dungeons and so on and so forth. But these legendaries are for those players that may not necessarily have the time to run the dungeons X amount of times to hopefully get a legendary. These ones are still legendary, but not as how to say it, as unique as the ones that are getting dropped in the missions. The ones that are dropped in the missions, they have different look, they have a different model, they have different everything. That's one of the main differences.
Okay. Yeah, let's go to some Unkilled. I would just say that we will possibly, almost for sure, introduce a way how to differentiate legendaries and the Neo weapons. And yeah, there might be some additional bonuses to legendaries. We are thinking about that. We are not promising anything, but we are looking into how to do it and what could be cool for you as players. So there is still a reason to get to hunt for legendaries, all the types of legendaries.
We understand that it's an issue for players to kind of know the difference between them, and we are looking at improvements how to communicate that to you as well.
Yes.
Is this better? Is that better? Is this worth my time getting? Is that worth my time getting? This is on us to better communicate that with you guys.
Yes. After some time in the hub, it becomes empty. Is this expected? Yeah, this is a bug that we are fixing. We are like looking into it. If we want to have full hub again, a quick fix for now, but we want to fix the issue properly, is go to the bar or the casino and come back, and you will have full hub again.
Yes, it's currently a bug that's being worked on as we speak. Where the room kind of, people go off to missions, people go into the bar, people go into the casino, and the hub it should be still active for players to come back into, but at the moment they are coming out of the hub or coming back from missions, and a new hub is created where those players can come back to, leaving one player who's just maybe waiting for a match or whatever behind. It looks like he's empty at the moment. We are aware it's being fixed. As Marek just said, you can go to the bar, it will load you out of that hub, it will close that hub down, and it will load you back into an existing hub.
Awesome. Just if you will be standing by yourself in the main square, people will think that you might be weird and will not want to associate with you. So
possibly that you are the issue, and people don't want to be in the same hub.
Take part in some social activities. Go to pub, go to casino, then come back, and you will have a lot of friends.
But technically, if you are the only one left in the hub, then the statue should change to you, no?
I don't know.
Because you're the most famous you're the most famous.
You should know that.
I should know that. I'll find
so
that
now
out.
players will be. Thank you for that. Players will be saying.
Oh, my statue hasn't changed.
Okay. Yeah, you can discuss other stuff from here, and I will play some duel in Unkilled.
Which one did you get to? Matchmaking. Okay.
Read it out loud.
This one you got to.
No, we were talking about this one, and please talk about this one.
Okay. Is it a bug or feature that team PvP matchmaking now when I join a match as a team in a squad and during the match one of our teammates is kicked and someone new joins instead of the original player coming back? Okay. It's a bug, not a feature. No one should be kicked from the squad unless the squad leader actually kicked you from the squad. This is a bug that we are aware of and in progress also. And the latter part of the question, for a new team member to join instead, technically yes, that is by design, because to fill the team up again, we need to look for another player. So the bug originally, it's a bug at the beginning when someone is kicked. To replenish it with a new person is by design. Does that make sense?
I think so.
Okay. Sorted. But the first part of the bug of the automatic squad kicking, yes, this is a bug and we are aware of it, and we're going to find out how and why. If you have a report of it, please get in touch with the steps to reproduce, or enough information for us to kind of find it ourselves. We are hunting this one down as well. Okay, what else do we have? Do you plan to have larger cosmetic pools and bundles for the shops? I say pools should be 90% of the time the same. Bundles, gear and paying to refresh are in the shops. It would be very nice for premium currency spending players if the pool of gear was 3 to 5 times its current size. We would still have the same number of purchasing options, but it would take 3 to 5 cycles of the shop refreshing before gear, paint and bundles will be back in the shop. Now this isn't a question solely for us. This is something we'd have to run through our monetization designer, who will would have to answer this question, because I don't know what his plans are for new changes in the shops, and including bundles, unless you know something more than I don't.
No.
Unfortunately, I cannot answer this one for you. I know that there will be more bundles. I know there will be more items. I know there will be more content for you guys to enjoy. How it's distributed, how it's costed, and so on and so forth. I don't have this access. Not that I don't have this access. I don't have this information at this present time. I will try and get someone to answer this question for you. Features, ideas and suggestions. I have sold my gun by mistake. It's hard to keep watch when you have 50 plus guns and start selling.
GG.
Is it possible to put in inventory a special slot for favorite guns? Technically, it's possible. But we have a confirm button for selling items, no?
You sell a lot of weapons. Like I get this idea, and yeah, those are optimizations that we congratulations to Doomslayer. By the way, we will get to you with a reward. About the favorite weapons and so on. This is I will call it a cool feature. So we can do these features when we have other things fixed, and we are ready to work on these ones. So maybe in the future we can talk about it. Which one of you does want to? Oh, damn! We are almost at the end. So let's do one last duel in Unkilled. Okay, to you.
I'll swap places with you again.
Okay. So put just some letters and numbers. First one, if you don't know, first one to write the same room name, and be the first one to connect will be start. we'll play against Scotty now, and for minigun or Tesla gun or whatever RV we are currently giving away. Cool. More suggestions. What about adding to the profile of? What about adding to the profile a list of all perks equipped? So you see the other players what are their perks, or?
I'm not too sure.
I mean, I know. So you would see the stats of the player, of yourself. What is your current damage and stuff like that. Yeah, that would be
to the stats.
Yeah,
Probably easier.
yeah, that would be cool. We were talking about that many times. That like this would be cool to know what are the changes if you equip the weapon, how will it influence you, and so on. Again, in the future, possibly.
This is auto, yeah?
Yes, yes. And it's 3D touch, so if you want to aim, you just press harder with your right thumb, and if you want to sprint with the left thumb. Ooh. And on here you can change to the...
His name's Bina. I've heard that in a movie. What movie is it from? Bina.
I don't know. You are watching weird movies, Scotty.
I don't remember. He knows where the spawns are. He's a veteran.
Probably. So yeah. Okay, it's gonna be a quick match, so we can go through our winners after this one, and you will have chance to announce it.
Me? Or
no, Betty, our guest.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So here is what we are announcing. I can start with that. This is the civil name, and this is the true name of the Shadowgun, and some other comments, probably the name and so on.
Oh,
ooh, that's a cool name here.
okay.
So 4-0, just wait a second. Scott will get his ass kicked again. You can switch to the shotgun. Or don't. Like not like that shotgun would be better for close quarter combat and so on. So yeah, we officially like this stream is without any wins. So cool. Any points?
Next week we're unleashing Honza on you.
I scored 4 points.
Yeah.
So in Unkilled.
Next week we're gonna unleash Honza on the community because that's not.
So let's jump into winners for this week. So let's start with the fashion icon of the week. Can we, Honza, please? Also, Honza is getting prepared. And yeah, let's start with the fashion icon, maybe. Cool. So, fashion icon of the week. We have a special new video.
What's this?
Goes to
Wiki.
Wiki.
And I don't know how to read that.
Mahakal and his Unicorn King. Awesome. It's like
definitely Unicorn King.
It's the re-edition from this week's artwork for Unicorn event. You could see this guy. So it's kind of fashion icon, kind of cosplay. So that's cool. But we have also fashion icon. So yeah.
No.
Oh yeah, he's fashion icon. Sorry, my bad. We have also cosplay
really.
For this week, and this week we went with a proper freaking rockstar. So
nice.
Congratulations to
Sueni Suarez,
aka Suane in the game, with their version of Slash. Amazing.
epic.
Like it. Next up, fashion squad of the week goes to was submitted by
Chris Gibson,
Yes.
aka Killer 614.
614 maybe.
614.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So yeah, he's watching band playing on the couches, so that's awesome. So all of the players mentioned in the photo will get their rewards. Congratulations to Fashion Squad of the week. We have also Kill of the Week for this week, and we have a returning name for this week, Kuma, and his massacre.
Oh yeah, I saw this one. This is good. And then he has a spawn wipe, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, he turns around and gets a spawn wipe.
Hit him in the back. Nice.
No, it's not finished. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not finished?
It's
a respawn wipe, not a spawn wipe. Oh, woo.
Wow.
Man, that was evil.
I definitely can't do that.
Congratulations to... No, probably not, none of us, so don't feel bad again. Congratulations to Guma. And meme of the week for this week goes to...
Rohit Kadam.
Awesome.
Super RO 97.
Oh, that's...
Please say this has audio.
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. We don't hear anything here, but I can almost hear the music that comes with this meme.
Okay.
So congratulations, it is a cool one. Thumbs up for the editing. And of course, for this week, Shadowgun of the week for is
69 flags.
69 flags. God damn that name. He's the leader of the second most famous guild at the moment in Fusion. So welcome to the Hall of Legends. Congratulations and enjoy your special position. So yeah, those were contest winners for this week. Thank you for joining me today at the stream. Thank you, Betty. Please be kind to her in the chat, and she's the one responsible for the delayed games and
really?
so on. No.
Seriously.
Let us know if you want to see Betty back in the future streams. We will be introducing more people from the company. Yeah. Thank you, Scotty, for joining me as co-host. Thank you for watching, and thank you, Honza, for the stuff that you do in the background. See you next week. And that's it. Look forward to the Easter.
I don't know if we're live.
Look forward to the Easter event. The red screen is live. Thank you, guys. Peace.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.